Hi, this is Stan McMichael, and I'm going to help you use the SLDS system on the Infinite Campus. It's the State Longitudinal Data System. When your dashboard comes up, your dashboard may look a little bit different than mine. I have IP and usage reports that you may not have. And I'm going to have a big dashboard that shows many years of data for the whole school. And then at the bottom, I'll have teacher dashboards that we'll just get to in just a second. The first thing I would like you to click on or look at is the help and training. The help and training is a great site. Help and training. And when you click on help and training, you're going to get contact and connect with a lot more resources. But what I did is I went through the training video series. It's called the TRL Training Video Series. And you can go through all these short videos and learn everything I did, but I have done it for you, and hopefully this will be a lot quicker. So here's my dashboard, and I'm going to run down here to teacher dashboards, and I'm going to pick a teacher so that you have a little more understanding. It looks more like what you will see. So this is Samia's dashboard, and I'm going to try to explain these quickly. First, she has the students that are in her class this year. She can click on any of these headings. She will get the students in her class with their CRCT data from the past. So this is this year's students, CRCT from the past. Here's her attendance. These are her students in her class this year and their attendance last year. One of the best features of this, I think, is the Lexile. It will show you that only 27% of her class met or exceeds in the Lexile category, but here you can see 28% exceeded. So passing the CRCT doesn't actually get you in the right Lexile range for 5th grade. This is a CCRPI indicator, and that we need a certain percentage of our 5th grade students and 3rd grade students in the Lexile band. We could talk about that more later, but that's a good place to look to compare the scores, the CRCT reading scores and the Lexile scores. We can use the Lexile and the STAR, and you can get a comparison. These are all your scores. These are your students this year and their scores last year, comparing them to Western, the Coweta County, and the state. And then these are your students this year and their past grades. You can click on any of these blue numbers and get the students that may, like this, it says reading 3rd grade. 7 of her students made an A in reading in 3rd grade, but only 3 in 4th grade. So she can look and see who those students are. So you have a lot of good past data. But the wealth of knowledge is right here in the resources. You can use this resource button here or these keys right here. I'm going to pick a 5th grade key. I'm going to click that key right there. That key is going to take me to 5th grade math standards. And let's say that in 5th grade I'm really having trouble with multiplying multi-digit whole numbers using standard or I'm just going to pick one. I'm just going to pick this one. Okay? I can pick all or as many standards as I want. And then I can go over here to the right and pick load resources. This is going to give me some resources that are on that standard that are put in mainly by the Georgia Virtual School. Anytime you use any of these resources, please rate them so that when other teachers go back all throughout the state that they'll know this is a great resource. You may get 0 resources, but here comes some resources. Okay, now you can see that you have lots of resources. Here's some ratings right here by one person. You can see some usage. The state, people are starting to use these resources. You can also look who published them, and you can look for a lesson plan, a video, an activity, or something interactive. So I could pick, I'm just going to pick the first one and click on it. LearnZillion have some great resources that would go really well on your Mimeo board or your interactive board in front of the class, and you could zero in on a certain standard that you wanted to teach. I've looked through some of these. Some of them are great. I suggest that you look through to find some things that will work for you. Okay, next thing, you can go through, of course, and search by lots of things. You can search by grade. Let's say 5th grade again. You can click these radio buttons and go to, let me start back over. I'm going to go to 5th grade. I can search by subject. Say I want to search read ELA, and now it's going to ask me what grade, 5th grade, good. And I can do some search. Let's start all over and see what's going on here. I'm going to go back up to this button, resources, for you. Okay, so this time I went through resources, and I'm going to search by grade. Do this one step at a time, and then subject, and ELA, and then courses. So I'm going to go for 5th grade reading, and then the standards will pop up, and I'm just going to grab one, and then if there's any elements under that step, I'm going to grab that one, and then you go over and click Get Resources. So from that standard, I can see there's multiple resources, but they're not all been reviewed. So I'm not sure, so I may click on and find some. The other thing I want to show you before I get finished is my folders. You can save these resources. You can see I have created Stan's resources, and I have 12 resources in there. So if I find something I want, I can go in those resources that I've put in, so I'll have them somewhere and I don't have to worry about them. You can get, there's a lot of great things in here. I did spend a little bit of time working through it, but I found some things I think that would be very useful to you. So this is the State Longitudinal Data System. It's in InfoCampus. You're going to get lots of great information. It'll take a little bit of time to figure it out, but you have to keep playing with it. Also, you have a lot of great information about your students in your class, and you can actually drill down to see how they did on each part of the CRCT. I hope this was helpful to you, and happy data mining.